Right. Hello. Good evening, everybody. So we need to talk. Um, what is this? I gotta make some copies real quick though, y'all, and then I'm gonna get started with this discussion. Hello. How are y'all? Let me make a couple of copies here. I wanted to come and do some readings for y'all today, but I wanted to address the whole situation right now with a lot of you guys that have either your enemies or either your family or bad family enemies, anybody using a man as a destructive weapon against you is what we're going to talk about today, because we were talking about that yesterday and I wanted to continue the discussion. And if you guys want to come in and have me throw the cards for you, I can. I just didn't want to kind of advertise that because of all of the next level trolling that has been going on. I figure I come and talk about it. And by the way, guys, I just want to say something. Um, I've been in business since 2015. And the way that I have ran my company has always bared fruit for me. And I'm not going to change it or go against what my policies are. And currently, I just got to say this because, I don't agree. Like, I don't want to say I don't agree with. For me, I don't like to do readings publicly, even though there's a lot of people that do. I have nothing against those people. Um, Honestly, I don't. But as far as what has been my experience is the best thing to do is to have private readings. It's not going to make a difference. Okay, it's not about getting you in private so that somebody can take advantage of you. It's not about that. Because a lot of people think, oh, those witches, they just want to get me alone and try to take all my money and blow some devil's breath in my face or something like that. And no, it's not like that, because a lot of you guys really need spiritual work done, but you don't have the money to even get it done. And what I notice is that people that are hell bent on dominating you so they can steal from you or either just be cruel to you, they have pretty much done everything to you, um, from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Mainly, they got your mind. And I say that because I have been there, done that. And so, pretty much today's the 19th of the month. A lot of you guys that fell for the okey doke, sadly, you're going to stay in their cycle of poverty. You're going to stay in their cycle of abuse, until you're able to do something about it. If you know the proper thing to do, especially if you have that clarity and you know what needs to be done, and that something needs to be done. And the main aspect of it that they're doing is that they are doing a lot of domination workings. And so, what I've been doing is working with my group that I have for Sam Hain. And we got plenty of bottles to break. I use broken glass and stuff. It's a lot of things that I do that have worked and served me well at my company and even in my personal life. And it's just one of those things. So, hey sis, how are you? So I want to talk about this because I was doing a reading for someone that was talking about something that was really interesting. Yesterday, what we were addressing was, people and men, period, being used as like a weapon against you. And these men accepting this, these men carrying on, okay? A man carrying on and becoming a part of this conspiracy against you. Now, first of all, I don't even need to tell you that things are not even going to turn out well for them. Let me tell you something. If a man was confronted by something that told them to bring about destruction in somebody's life and he did it, I can promise you that the way it's going to end up is that that man is he's going down automatically. I mean, he's not going to have a good result. The only thing that they can do is hold it off and avoid it. But if you are not aware of it or doing something about it, it can sometimes take years for that to happen. That's the whole point of having the knowledge of the craft, because that's exactly what they're using on you is witchcraft. Okay, that's exactly what they're using, and mainly it's a lot of domination work that they're doing, and they had to just recently add that to it, and it still took them a long time. Because technically they're not supposed to be doing that. It's a lot of things that's happening that they're not supposed to be doing, and it's unorthodox even for the church. Okay, even for the church. So I honestly believe in my heart of hearts that even when we're talking about deities like what me and Jasmine was talking about, Yahweh, I think that Yahweh is scared as hell of women. I think Mother Mary, he scares the shit out of him anyway. Okay, here's the problem: is that so many people get stuck on their karma or what they're doing. Who gives a shit about their karma? The point is that these strongholds and these chains that they are putting on you are going to stay there until you remove them. And it does not matter. A lot of people will sit around and you know what? Karma is now the new crutch, to where you can't even move on and move forward and manifest the things that you want until you see some karma. And then karma is not even really, especially if you're social media, because I talked about this last night too. Karma is not somebody coming in social media making a video about you. Karma is pretty much everything that these people built is going to crumble because you didn't give them permission to do that to you, right? So it doesn't matter if somebody gets their karma or not. You still have to reverse, clear, unblock, recharge, restore, and reclaim. You still have to do those things. You can't just say, oh, that person got their karma and everything's okay. Even if you send back their negative energy, this is something that I've had to explain to many clients. When they get reversals, they think, oh, everything is okay. No, you still lost something that you need to now reclaim and get back. Now, the interesting thing about it is that the next 3 months is going to be extremely interesting, because who is coming into play for me big time and heavily is a lot of these mythical creatures, and especially the fairies. In fact, it was so weird because Mav, I call her Mav now, because of Jasmine Ambrosia. Her energy is coming in. So we're going to be doing a lot of deep meditation that is connected with that to bring about miracles, in you guys' lives, and, including my own, because I didn't sell out. I didn't sell, and I'm not talking about black or white sellout. I'm talking about I didn't sell out and take advantage of people and do people in. I was honest and I was ethical. And I always treated my clients with the utmost respect. I did not treat them like they were stupid or ignorant or weak, because I am empathic and I know how to stay unbiased, and I know how to actually be a true leader and a guardian. And I can say that for myself. I can toot my own horn. A lot of y'all that have been knowing for years that you need work done, that something needs to be done, you're doing it at the last minute. And sometimes when you wait until the last minute, you just gotta roll with the punches. Hey, Natalie, you just gotta roll with the punches, man, and do the best that you can. Even though you waited till the last minute, a lot of y'all went out and bought purses and cars and and you just was spending all that money and you didn't think about investing in your spiritual stuff. And now a lot of you guys that are running low on money, or you don't have the money, because I warned y'all years ago, whoever it is that can still see this, you know, and people like me, the people that I didn't do things like that. You know what I'm saying? I got my individual clients. I actually did the work for them, and I did not, because it was meant, honestly. And then they want to talk about religion and Jesus, but I feel like I'm going to help the 144,000 that Jesus wanted to save with magic. I didn't sell out. So I feel like, they say that, oh, well, you're demonic and you're over there talking about hell Satan and hell Lucifer. Well, in my opinion, Lucifer and Jesus is the same person, in my opinion. And people can say whatever, a lot of people just like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. And that is because of the training and the programming and the indoctrinated beliefs. But, if you notice, it's the same thing as being a wolf in sheep's clothing. I think that everybody has to have that side of themselves that's going to defend themselves. So if you're going to be a sheep, then you're going to be a sheep. If you're going to be prey to them, then they're going to prey on you. That's the whole point. Okay. If you're going to be a good little sheep and just accept what they tell you and accept what they give you, then that's exactly what you're going to get. I keep telling people that you do live in a world of witchcraft, even though it's not real to some people. A lot of people don't want to accept that. It's all witchcraft. And nobody ever told you that you didn't have the right to perform your own magic and your own rituals. I mean, they did tell you that, but were they telling the truth? You know? And that's how they control you, is with witchcraft and spirits. And they using a lot of old ass spirits. Boy, they going way back. I don't know what they're trying to do to women, but it ain't gonna fly, because the goddess is here. She is all over the place. And it's so stupid because they're fighting a losing battle. And it doesn't matter if you practice traditional American witchcraft or voodoo or hoodoo or whatever. Okay. So if a man is being used as a destructive force against you and he's actually going along with it, what they have done is they have created a false curse on you, especially the church. Specifically Psalms 109. And today is October the 19th. So they're using that curse more than anything. That's why I'm in a minute I'm gonna go out here and burn some smoke. I'm gonna smoke out my house today. I'm gonna smoke out my front porch. They're conjuring up those energies against you, especially today, to keep you in bondage and in chains. And most people that have realized that what they're doing. So one of the sentences in Psalms 109 is, I'll put Satan to the left hand of this enemy to pretty much torment them or do things. And so these men that they are pitting against you, they kind of see them as Satan. So it's falsely created, but then again, it does affect you because you let it. It is being falsely created. They are falsely creating, they're recreating this hell on earth. And it's almost like that oxymoron, it's that duality thing, false or real happening at the same time. It's a contradiction. So it's falsely created, which I personally feel like Yahweh been done left. I do. I don't feel like those gods that they're trying to use, I feel like they're all falsely creating it, and they're acting. They're all acting. And these are ordinary, normal citizens. We're not even, yeah, there's corruption in the government, but we're talking about the ordinary citizens because there's all sorts of groups, all sorts of things. Who cares, Listen, and I know a lot of y'all are kind of afraid because y'all think they will send death threats to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, eh, 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 eh. What they say over in Canada, eh. Because if you don't fight back, you're gonna die anyway. That in fact, that's when they start threatening you, when you start fighting back and trying to get what you are, entitled to, which is, your something. And a lot of these companies are willing to invest because whatever you manifest helps them manifest. Is how the world goes round. They got a lot of different groups. They got hate groups. They got the Eastern Star. They got the Masons. Eh, you know what I'm saying? And that fear that you have is a programming. That's just literally a program. So, and that's why people, they'll join them. You know what I'm saying? They'll almost join them. Um, but you're like you become like a free slave, and that's why it's reminiscent of that black sector that I was dealing with. There's many people that realized that There was, well, first of all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Spirit got rid of anybody that was investing any money in that sector, and they can't blame that on me. I said what I said. I wasn't gonna be quiet about the shit because they were trying to compromise me and my reputation. But Spirit got rid of the people that were investing in that sector, and so they're at a dead end. They're at a brick wall at this point because there's no money going into it. But um they're trying to manifest it and it won't happen. It's shut down completely. It's dead. They're really desperate at this point. Whatever money that they try to invest in that sector is going to go into a black hole. It's not going to mean a damn thing. And that's not of my doing. That's like an act of God, the true God, right? But I'm using them as an example because there's many groups like that aren't quite out in the open, but they are, you know what I'm saying? And so that's how they operate. That's exactly what they're doing. And so, but the black sector was more obvious with what they were doing. And so it's no money in it. So people realize, well, hell, I ain't even, this shit ain't worth it. Not even getting the opportunity to spit in Jamila's face was even fucking worth it. Because what did it do? It really didn't do anything. Because at the end of the day, all of them, including myself, we gonna all have to still out there and get out here and work. I'ma still have to get out here and run my business. They all ended up at Go. All of them did, and they're very upset and angry. Oh God, I could tell by that video that old girl made yesterday. It was so funny. She looked like a man in that video. She was spitting mad. Well, what are you getting mad at me for? They want to kill the messenger. But I ain't Jesus. I'm not Jesus Christ. So they can't kill the messenger. They want to, they would love to. So those of you that are going through that, get out your feelings. Eh, You know, um, I went through like the 379,000 betrayal by this one person, and I just don't give a shit. Been out of my feelings. That's how you can tell that you broke. Like the programming that he did was broken a long goddamn time ago. To the point where I'm gonna actually, I may even get emotional about it because there's other things that are more important to be emotional about. And he just so happened to be acting a fool during that time, but otherwise, all of that emotion has been gone. I don't care about that. But that when I did actually care, that was a part of the programming. I'm not under their possession to the point where if I were under their possession, I'd be like, oh God, I gotta reverse a curse. They put a curse on our relationship, and I've got to reverse this because oh God, stop it. Dead end. Kaput. It's over. It's been over. When a man signs on and apparently took an oath to be stupid, because that's all he's doing is being stupid. Especially a lot of you women, you have the power in your hands to overcome it immediately. And you ain't got to sit down for no time. When they do what they do, that's just like when I went live and did my readings. They're upset. They're like, oh my God, these little sick, stupid games that we're playing is not stopping her from doing a reading. It's just, it's stupid. It's beneath you. And you notice how they kick into high gear around the middle of the month, because it's about mid-month when that moon is at about 50%, and when it's at a crescent. Yesterday we had a beautiful crescent moon, and that's when they're casting their spells out there to keep you in a cycle. They're apparently not powerful enough because they have to get people to come to social media and say it directly to you. And they're hoping that you'll fall for it, just like that weak minded ass man did. But you're stronger than that, ain't you? The problem is that you're scattered. You don't know what the fuck to do. You don't know what to do. And a lot of y'all are kind of still stuck on the self esteem aspect of it as to why this man didn't love you or why he didn't stick up for you. Because he was an agent, he was an op, he was fake, he was a fraud from the beginning. He scammed you. Move on from it. What do you have to do to pick up the pieces? You're going to have to pick up the pieces. You got to pick up every stick, and that's all you can do. And stop tying your self esteem in with that man. Why do women do that? It's child's play. There a lot of these childish people and the men that they get to put destructive energies against you. It's no different than being in a sandbox with a little boy. You a little girl, they a little boy, and they throwing dirt in your eye. It's no different. It's just that they lack the level of maturity. A person that has good sense and is able to think would say, should I do this, or should I go out there and discover my own greatness and get more and not have to be, not have to have your dignity compromised? Because a lot of those men, while they were trying to compromise your dignity, they compromised their own at the same time. So that man that was being used, whether or not he was hired or sent to you by your mother or by your ex, sometimes your exes will send somebody to you. He'll have a friend that you didn't know about, and he'll send somebody to you to bring all that goddamn destruction to you because he want to get revenge. That too. At the end of the day, if you know how to work with energy, whose problem is that going to be? And sitting around saying, I sacrificed this and I went through this and so happened. And sitting up here saying that to a person that's like that, saying all of the things the negative outcomes that they brought into your life, that ain't going to do nothing but make them, they don't give a damn. They'll never feel bad for what they did. So why not change the outcome that they're trying to create for you? And you can't sue them because they don't have no money. What are you going to do? Sue them? If you sue them in civil court, and they can't pay it, um, then depending on what it is, it possibly could. I know that over in the state of Kansas, if you got sued in civil court and you couldn't pay it, you could end up in jail. Which I don't really agree with that. Over something civil. That's why I don't sue people. I try to do things. I don't do that because that's negative in the first place. That's like something because God is looking like because really God is not about that. God is about freedom and love and peace. So they can make up their own false gods if they want. you know so y'all have to believe in yourself more than you believe in them. How do you believe in somebody else's power over your own? Probably because they've been doing them damn domination workings and spells and stuff. And, I don't run my business with domination. I don't dominate my clients. I don't try to put my clients in a tough position. I don't do shit like that. Because negative karma ensues from that. And I ain't trying to control nobody's mind. I don't do things like that. Now, when it comes to a lot of you guys that I do talk to possessed people all the time. I do. And sometimes I do have to be a little aggressive with y'all. Like I have to let you know, hey, listen, snap out of it. Listen to me. When y'all going through y'all motions and y'all feeling down, I have to snap you out of it. But forcing you to do it, no, I don't do stuff like that. If I were trying to force it, I would be doing all kind of fake scams and bullshit like what they do. I would literally be perpetrating an entire fraud. So, and it's important for you to do that because what does it do? It just opens up the whole world to the corruption. It opens up the whole world to demons, to bad spirits, negative things happening to children. Children being taken into the system and raped and killed and violated. It's awful. It's awful. Do you want that happening to your children? Hell no. Are you going to stand for it or fall for it? Are you going to stand against it or fall for it? So, and whoever the hell told you that you had to accept that lied to you. And I know that there's a lot of people that were raised in that environment to where, uh, to where that kind of energy sort of ruled the household. I'm getting my hot coals ready, y'all. And then I'm gonna be bubbling some stuff in my cauldron a little bit later because my cauldron, I had let it sit out on the porch for like a day or two. And it formed like some ice crystals on the inside. So I'm gonna clean it out, put it on and get it bubbling and boiling and stuff. So, y'all gotta understand and you know, what they are doing. And pretty much what a lot of people realize is that, what they do is they take your energy, they lie to you, but, they already have plans with what they're going to do. And so that's why you shouldn't deal with unsavory people, no matter what religious faith they are. But typically, from what I can see, is that the people that are saying, hi, I'm from the church and of Latter-day Saints, and a lot of them are not being saints, they're being devils. So, that's why a lot of people didn't trust the church. I had an auntie that I told y'all about this before, but she was angry at her church because her daughter needed help with her light and gas bill, and they wouldn't pay it, even though my aunt had been going to that church for years and paying tithes, and they wouldn't help her. And instead of her seeing the error of the church, she blamed it on me. And it's like, well, what did you do? Did you go to pastor and tell him about me? Probably. I don't know. But pastor probably used me as an excuse when really pastor just didn't want to give up that dough and wanted to scapegoat on me. But in reality, if pastor really had your back, pastor would have paid your daughter's light bill and gas bill. Y'all seeing the distinction? Okay. Y'all seeing the distinction of what I'm talking about? And that's why you can't, y'all be going to pastor and y'all be like, well, Well, my cousin and so and so practicing witchcraft, which I wasn't doing anything to hurt her. I was like shocked. Like why people just I don't understand it. But y'all will go because y'all automatically fear the craft, and y'all will go to pastor, and then pastor will start to mistreat you, which is that love? I wish I would have the ability to help somebody, but I don't do it because they're related to somebody. Like that's just an excuse, probably use me as an excuse. I love you guys. That's all I can say. It's just a silly witch hunt. It's so stupid when when they're doing the oxymoron of it is that they're condemning witches while performing witchcraft. It's like next level hypocrisy. I saw a video where a pastor supposedly threw some witches out of his church while he stands up on his altar doing witchcraft while condemning witches in the church while saying he's a witch while calling out witches for practicing witchcraft. You see how you see how that makes no sense. I mean, oh nice, my credit score went up. Sis, I can't handle it. That's why, y'all, I swear, I want a house in the middle of the forest, just like the Baba Yaga. I want my house to stand on chicken legs, just like hers. Like, seriously, in the middle of the forest, just like, what the fuck is going on? This is insanity. Oh my God. It's crazy. Like, are you kidding me? Why did the church condemn all other witches except for them? Because they wanted control over their congregations. That's why many of you live lesser than Pastor, because Pastor got all the money, him and his wife. That's sad. While you struggle, while he performs witchcraft and tells you, I can't help you because of witchcraft. Huh? And if you have any intelligence or ability to critically think like I do, you're bad because you're not like, yes, yes, I'll be a good shepherd. Oh my God, do you need me to cut my fingers off today? Oh God, sure. Do you need me to? Oh, you told me that I had to prove my faith by hurting and harming my own family? Sure. Like, I think it's preposterous. And if you, especially if you're a woman that questions that, they don't, I mean, if you're a man that questions that, they don't say anything to me, and oh well, he's a man, let him do that. But these women, we wrote in our Bibles that we must rape thee, it's just, oh God. I just, it's crazy. It's crazy, you know and I want every man that's like that to be out of his power. you know Seriously, like, stop, because you're so unattractive and undesirable that you must rape somebody. because that's why they're doing it. They're doing it because of their own low self-esteem. You have to be in a low place to rape somebody. And then it's gotten to the point where it's so sensationalized. And that's when we had to dial 911 to all of the gods and say, "Help. Oh God, they're giving respect and honors to the rapists. Oh God. Oh, we's in trouble. The rapists are being given honor. Oh, we got to have some help down here. Oh God, it's went the world has went crazy." And they tried to normalize it. They tried to accept it, which is going to make it worse. It's a pure mess. And then they wonder why us women are turning to Lilith, because Lilith protects us against rape. Lilith protects us against, a lot of them will, I've never had an unwanted pregnancy. That's just me personally, and I'd rather go through it. But I understand a lot of you women that you recognize that they will put babies in you to control you, and that's sad. They don't make these children with you because they want to create a new life, and they do it strictly to control the woman, and that's sad too. And then that's when we realize that fuck, animals have more sense than these people. Some of these people, some of them, because yeah, there's good fathers out there, yeah, but a lot of people will say, well, you're wrong, Jamila. There's good fathers out there. Yeah, but you realize that my position is to help and assist those that are dealing with the bad ones. And the bad ones will attack the good fathers too. They will try to corrupt them. And I see them with their little crystal wands and stuff trying to push stuff towards me. It's a brick wall. It is. It's literally a brick wall. They can't stand me. I tell them to go talk to Jesus about it. Even though I work with many gods, I still tell them to go and talk to Jesus about why they have a problem with me. What else can we do? So, you know, um, that's what I do. I help individual people. I can't go out there and change the world. That's no. But it's so sad when you see people succumb to that madness, and people are doing that every single day. A new video just went up on the Misery Machine a few hours ago. This crazy lady stabbed her children to death to save them. Now we got two more inconsolable spirits of children roaming the earth, you know and basically what happened was she just went crazy because of religion. you know yeah, it's just so sad. So, and I'm not trying to make anybody sad. I'm really trying to uplift y'all. And I've tried to do that. You know what? They shot Tupac because of, I don't think that Tupac got shot because he was trying to uplift people. I think that Tupac got shot just simply because of jealousy and hatred. And he had rivals, and he had gotten into it with people. And I'm not gonna speak on that because I don't judge my life based upon the rap industry or the music industry or the entertainment industry. But that I work with regular people. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that is what happened in that situation. And so, for me, it is about knowing what's out there, and trying to help some people in this world, because I love what I do. And that's why I'll never stop doing it, you know. And I'm very universal. So I have clients of all backgrounds, you know, and many people can't understand that. Jakey, Jakey, Bakey, Wakey. There he comes. Um, a lot of black people couldn't stand it when Obama said, "I'm not just a president for black people, I'm president for all people." What do you expect? His mama was white. Like, people was mad at him, you know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of like, well, he is, if he's president of the United States. I mean, what the hell? But a lot of people got mad and turned against me because I told them that they could break the cycle of violence. I told them they could break the cycle of sickness. I told them they could break the cycle of poverty. And people started to fucking attack me. Made me look like I was the devil or I was a bad person because I said that. Because they don't know how to perceive. A lot of y'all were not born with those comprehension problems. Y'all were given those comprehension problems. And then even when you had somebody to compare it to, you ain't never heard me come on here and downgrade somebody that gets a disability or somebody that gets welfare or food stamps. You'll never hear that because I want to give people more food stamps to help them out. I want to give people more. So I ain't never downgraded somebody or tried to make anybody feel bad about nothing that I was saying. So I didn't even really understand why so many people were mad at me. I'm like, I'm just telling y'all what it is. And then I had people trying to work against me. Oh, look at her. She done went and she thinks she gonna buy a house and she this and that. And yeah, it's yeah, if you try to stop me from buying a house, there's a spell for that. Goodness gracious. And it just went on and on and on to the point where it just like they willing to die to stop you. And for what? And so many of y'all are dealing with the same thing. It's just that you don't see it. It's happening behind your back. And I know for a fact that a lot of these men, they don't want women owning land by themselves. It's so bizarre. It's so like if y'all knew the discrimination against women, they know that mortgage would be cheaper. They know that you would be more stable if you were a homeowner, but they don't want you to do it and they will try to stop you. And that is the God to honest truth. So for me, well, not my sons. They obviously, I'm their mama. Why would they do that? Of course not. They are my children. But a lot of men out in this world, they don't want you women to buy a house. They want, and y'all better be careful with that. When they start acting like that, there's gonna be a day where you're gonna appreciate what High Priestess Jamila told y'all. Y'all gonna appreciate that because a lot of y'all, when y'all in love, y'all, but when y'all be in love, boy, y'all be lady sings the blues and shit. Y'all be running around here. Oh, do you know the man is all I got? Y'all be serious about this shit too until you decide, oh shit, I gotta rise up against this. And they were trying to take away y'all rights to driving. They don't want women driving. If we like, we have to regulate that. Women have to. And I guess it's not attractive like a woman that's like, yes sir, I'll do whatever you want. Oh baby, yes. Oh, yeah, yeah, being a fucking woman king. Yeah, they're not attracted to that. So what? You think I want to leave this earth in the next 20, 30 years seeing my granddaughters being fucking flogged in the middle of the street by some fucking extra psychotic, misogynistic male that has no respect? Misogynistic men must be removed from their power. They must be separated from their power. Because if we look at like and yeah, it's like that. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's like that. Ain't no way men should be sitting around. Ah, yeah, man, she a one. Ah, yeah, man, she a 10. Ah, yeah, man, she this and that. And then women running around here dying, getting plastic surgery, and oh, it got a man, and while they act stupid, rape, cheat, beat, molest, like, come on now, and people running around here just, like, yeah, no. And I'm not the only woman. I'm in good company. Please believe that there's more people watching my channel. They just went, they watch my channel behind, they watch me incognito, but they know damn well. And they all having a past life regression to where they want to take us back to when women were slaves. Now, see, that's a big fucking deal. We experienced the Great Depression back during that time. I don't know why they don't know how to equal the two together. Why y'all think I got on Till Swan about what she said? I got on her about that. If y'all missed that video, go watch it. Because she told all these women that if your man leaves you, your children are going to starve. That's what she said. Okay. That's what she said. And they can say, oh, well, that's why you black women are unattractive. And y'all too strong. And men don't like that. Oh, God. Who's going to create a better. When do we start creating better for the world? You know, all this misogyny and sexism and stuff, it just leaves men miserable, broke with a heart attack or a stroke in the damn nursing home alone where their family really wants nothing to do with them. And all of the men that are willing to empower that woman, they gonna steal y'all women. Yeah, we ain't talking about white men either. There's a lot of misogynistic ass white men out there. And it ain't nothing wrong with having a man that is the provider of your family. And shit, I wish that I had that, but it wasn't my duty. It wasn't my call of duty. It wasn't my journey. There may be a time when I get married and my husband got all the money and I got to take a case or two here and there, in my business and I'm running my shop. But that ain't today. That ain't tomorrow. That probably ain't even be sick. That ain't gonna even be 6 months from now. And I'm gonna survive until then. And I'm not asking for anybody's permission because I don't need anybody's permission. Okay, so all of these misogynistic men, they don't even realize that some of their wives and girlfriends are plotting with another man behind their back because that woman has creativity that she's been wanting to explore, that man is constantly kicked her down, and she may even be quiet, but in her mind she's plotting and scheming against that man. And she should be plotting to find somebody because that's stupid. That's like it reminds you of that movie The Burning Bed. And Farrah Fawcett passed away. Rest in peace. Y'all know Farrah Fawcett passed away. She was a legend for doing that movie. Farrah Fawcett is a legend. in my book for doing that movie, because that movie meant so much to so many women. It's, as a woman, men start that crap, because as a woman running my business, if men were, if these, and we can we really call them men, but if they wasn't just making a big deal about it, we wouldn't even be having this discussion. Nowhere in my business was I ever comparing myself or competing with a man. So I ain't never came on here and say I did this and I got more than you. Who even comes at? I don't come at nobody like that, really, because but when we're forced to do it, to lay it out there on the line, to tell the truth about the situation. Because I just did it earlier to another woman that literally used a man as a weapon against me, and I don't even know why this sister did that. But other than that, it wouldn't even be a discussion. I would come on here, I would do my readings and show y'all my spells and move on. They the one making 50, 11 shows about me with a whole damn conspiracy and made up lies and smear campaigns and bullshit. And then they'll say, "Oh, you like it, you want it." No, I'm speaking out against it. Why would anybody want that? You think I would do that to myself? Yeah, I spoke about it years ago. I used to have a channel called Bigotry Free TV. That channel's gone. I took that channel down and I grew. So I did start out as a content creator making various videos. And my psychic gifts were not quite there all the way because I was still pretty much programmed. Otherwise, before I started my company, I would have never showed my family or used my real name in social media anywhere. But I have my suspicions on how these people found my name, and now they just got your information just out there like that. And those are things that a lot, I think that that's just like you have to look up, like it's good to do a background check on a man when you meet him. You know what I'm saying? Because I was getting notifications that somebody was doing a background check on me or something, and I had them take my information down from this website. But that it's good if somebody, is, if you need to, but everybody pretty much know, yeah, I have a civil situation going on with my landlord, but what is that, that's being handled. But otherwise, if it's a man that got a violent past, yeah, I think that those background check systems are good. But if it's somebody, because you never know, these stories that you hear about these men that are murdering women, they usually do have a violent past, but that doesn't mean anything. But it's they usually will find a history of domestic violence or either some kind of criminal history. And is that our fault? The system keeps letting them out of prison. They can't keep them in there forever. That's their, that's these men's problem. But you gotta know how to protect yourself against these demonic men and women. It's demonic women out there that's out there killing people. There's women serial killers out there. It's people being found dead. There's, murders happening. Some of those murders are probably being done by women. It ain't all men, but it's, the statistics are alarming. So, and really, I don't believe anything is really going to protect you except for witchcraft and spirit. I really do. That's just my opinion on the situation. Okay. So that's all I wanted to come and talk to you guys about. I mean, it's either you love yourself and you value yourself or you don't. You know, I gotta go. I gotta take care of something with a client. I'll see y'all later. I hope that this helps y'all. Honestly, I do. And like I said, I'm always here for you guys. So, Oh, here's another thing my spirits want you to know. Anybody that's out in social media yelling and screaming about how much I charge for my spells and rituals, it's simply because they in on the agenda. They're in on the agenda. They don't want you to get the proper support spiritually that you need, and that's why they make a big deal about that. Okay, and I was just talking to somebody about that last night. Um, people wanting cheap spells that don't work. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. Okay. So, those people are in on an agenda, not just against me, but against you, against this whole damn world. And there's this one certain somebody that is so angry because she can't be a part of my Sabbaths. I don't know why she just won't do her own and move on and stop trying to attack me. But she's mad because she can't be a part of my Sabbaths anymore. So she wants to speak negatively about me publicly because she want to hate on all of y'all. All right, y'all. Let me go down here. I'm gonna get me some coffee and get some work done because it's 7:30 and it done got dark outside. Y'all have a good evening. My blessings and love is upon those of you that support me. And so I'll see you guys later, okay? All right. Blessings. Bye.